Hello fellow collectors and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the three main forms of Ultraman Decker from the Ultra Action figure line. So here in the center we have his main form Flash type, then over here on the right we have Strong type, and over here on the left we have Miracle type. These didn't all come out at the exact same time. Obviously Flash was first, and then I think these two were like a week apart after him, so first Strong and then Miracle. But they've all been out for quite some time at this point. I decided to just kind of do them all together. I thought it would be fun to take a look at his three main forms all in one video. But the packaging's pretty basic here, just kind of a bubble-on card, not really too much going on in that regard. I don't believe any of them come with any accessories, and it just boasts the 18 points of articulation there on the back. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get all three of these out of the packaging here, and we'll take a closer look. So first impressions right out of the box, I think these look pretty great. I'm going to start here in the center with Flash type. Paint applications looking pretty solid. You can see here that they're trying to replicate that kind of starry space pattern here in the chest. And they were able to do it a little bit by having kind of a color gradient from kind of like a pink to a lighter purple, then to a darker purple. And the effect is kind of achieved. They didn't really try on the head crest. They just went for kind of a solid purple there. But that works. Really nice silver paint on the head. You can see that they did a layer of red back here. I guess it was maybe easier to kind of do the entire head in silver and then paint these few areas. And you can see that the head is a little loose and kind of jiggles in place, but it doesn't really affect posability at all. I can kind of turn the head wherever I want, and it kind of jiggles up and down, but it doesn't really move. It won't lose the pose. It's not floppy. You can look down, you can look up, side to side, no problem. You can't really tilt all that much. But it's just kind of funny, like he will jiggle front to back, but you can still put him in whatever pose you want, and the head doesn't move. It just jiggles a little bit, so that's kind of weird. Otherwise, you have a hinge and a rotation here in the shoulder. You have a bicep swivel. I would say maybe slightly over 90 degrees there in the elbow. You have a wrist swivel, two sets of finger movement there. Nothing in the waist. Hips can kick forward and kick out to the side. Nothing in the thighs. Little over 90 degree bend there in the knee. And then you have a ball joint in the ankle. So pretty much exactly the same articulation we're used to for this line. And unfortunately, all of the paint does completely stop at the halfway point there. Very similar to the vinyl figures. Would have been nice if they could have at least just painted this part of the shield. I could have lived with the rest of this being blank. But I would have liked at least just that part of the shield to be painted. But overall, from the front, I think they look really fantastic. Nice posability, really nice paint applications. Flash type looks pretty good. Let's move on next to, I think this one might be my personal favorite, Strong type, because he's got a lot of like, it reminds me of like a knight's armor. Especially down here, he's got the one kind of armored up shin guard here. And they actually painted the foot completely red. You can see that it would be normally this same color because basically all the feet are this same gray color. But you can tell that they painted that whole foot red, which it came out really great. Nice smooth paint. Looks very nice there. Got some metallic-y bronze here. Got some gold for the kneecap. Got some red along the legs. Got some more of that orangish bronze. Nice dark blue here. Again, you have more of this kind of knight's armor all down the arm, which I think looks really cool. And then the back of both of the hands have the same armor as well as the wrists. And that's all painted. Again, paint does stop at the halfway mark. I would love to get these a little bit more painted, but really overall, looks sharp. I like it a lot. All the same articulation as Flash type. I don't think there's anything different at all in terms of articulation. But yeah, he looks really great. Really nice paint. I really like this form. I just think it's a really neat design. I like that guy quite a bit. And then we will finish up over here with Miracle type. He's a lot of blue and silver. He doesn't really have much of a contrast in terms of color scheme, but still looks good. You have the emblem and shield piece here on the chest, which I think looks really sharp. Again, really nice blues and silvers, all metallic paint. You have a little bit of armor here on this arm. Definitely a lot leaner than Strong type, which makes sense. This is kind of his kind of quick agility form. But just in general, I feel like he's got probably the least amount of paint. Like you have the armor here for the chest and the shoulder, and definitely here on the arm. This arm's pretty sparse, but because of that, they were able to kind of keep the silver going all the way around, which is nice. I do appreciate that they didn't like leave that part off. And there's a little bit on the inside of this forearm as well. And then I believe these are done in blue with the silver paint, and then these are done in the silver with the blue paint. But it all goes really well. I feel like you can tell a little bit here. Obviously, the gray plastic is a slightly lighter shade than the silver paint. But I feel like the blues transition well. They blend together pretty well. But yeah, all in all, I think all these forms look great. Really nice articulated figures. I want to say that they're probably somewhere in the area of like $17 to $20 a piece, which I feel like is pretty fair. That's before shipping, of course. But they're nice articulated figures. I would say they're probably 5 to 5.5 inches tall. Let's see, what do I have to compare it to? Here is a deluxe Transformer, which you can see is a little bit shorter. I wish I had like a 6-inch figure around. I don't really. Yeah, I don't. But in any case, I would say they're probably 5 to 5.5 inches tall if I had to guess. But they look great. Nice paint applications. I mean, if I was nitpicking, I do wish they had a little bit more paint onto the back. But that's kind of par for the course for these figures. Not really any point in complaining about it now. Yeah, I think they look really, really good. I definitely recommend adding them to the collection. Not too much to complain about. I was going to say I wish they had accessories, but then I don't really know what accessories they would come with. I guess technically they could do the sword that just came out. The Ultra Dual Sword. But I kind of feel like these were out before that was on the show, so that doesn't really make sense for him to use that. Yeah, so doesn't really make sense for them to come with accessories, but I still think they're a lot of fun. I gotta be honest, this line, not big on accessories in general. I think Ultraman in general is just not a superhero that really rocks a lot of accessories, but I'm rambling at this point. These are fun. Definitely recommend checking them out. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.